If you're over 40 and you're stuck on this cycle of trying new diets only to end up back where you started from, it isn't about finding some new diet trend. It's about transforming your health, your habits, and your mindset. I'm going to share the exact mindset that helped me to lose 50 pounds, and this is without crazy diets or crazy intense workout. By the end of this video, you are going to know how to start your weight loss journey in a way that feels realistic, empowering, and achievable. Let's talk about these core principles that helped me to lose 50 pounds and, most importantly, keep it off. 1, prioritize protein. Protein is your best friend, especially when you are over 40. It keeps you full, it maintains your muscle, and it helps to build your metabolism. At every meal, aim for having a serving size, almost like a palm size, of your protein. That can be your chicken, fish, lean beef, tofu, lentils, whatever works for you. Number 2, move every day. Movement doesn't have to mean killing yourself at the gym. Movement includes walking, swimming, bicycling, playing around with your kids, doing a lot of household chores. It is about just staying active and not seated. So you have to find what works for you and your lifestyle, especially when you're starting off. Don't expect to lose weight by just sitting still. You gotta do something. Number 3 is drink water and get plenty of sleep. So with water, hydration is so critical because you don't want your body holding on to water. You should be drinking at least 2 to 3 liters of water per day. There's also your sleep. I know you hear it all around town, sleep, 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 but yes, we need to be getting at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep because that helps the whole hormonal process of dealing with the cortisol, those good old stress hormones that most of us are carrying around. Number 4, eat more veggies and fiber. You need to be filling your plate up with veggies, girl. Now, they are full of the micronutrient that we need for a healthy gut and keeping everything running smooth. It's all about our gut health because if you don't have a good digestive process, well, you're gonna end up holding on a couple of pounds of you know what in you, and that is not good for anyone. It's not good for your overall health, and it's just not good for your system. 5, embrace imperfect consistency. You are gonna get tired of me saying this, but perfection is not the goal. Consistency is. If you slip up, it's okay. Just get back into your habits the next day. Progress over perfection. I am Eric. I've coached hundreds of women on reclaiming their energy and feeling like themselves again. I am not here to get you snatched or the hourglass figure. My mission is to just help you feel good, strong, and healthy without all the aesthetics and stress. I've been there in the trenches with y'all and trying to lose weight. It was just only in the last 5 years that I had to lose 50 pounds from my 3rd pregnancy. If you like this vibe, please support this community and subscribe to my channel. I do want to share a little bit of my story just so you can understand where I'm coming from. I have been in this business almost 20 years now. I did not start as some lean, mean, muscle machine woman. I started in my university days, and this is when you had those like 20, 30 extra pounds on you from your university time. I started teaching group classes in one of those like all women's gyms, giving step classes and spinning classes. And then after university, I went into corporate America. Went into my corporate job, but somehow after even moving to Amsterdam, I ended up circling back around to the health and fitness industry. And I can tell you, that's where my heart and soul sits. Women at the gym start asking me for tips on how to train, and I actually started helping them out. And that's when I realized that that was my calling in helping women feel confident and strong in their bodies. Even though I was a personal trainer and nutritional coach, I wasn't feeling comfortable in my own body. And after my 3rd child, I gained almost 60 pounds. For the first time, I didn't recognize myself. This was right at the start of the pandemic. Gyms were closed. I was homeschooling my 3 kids. My partner, he was traveling out of the country over half the time. I was on my own. I felt stuck and I felt ashamed that I had all of this weight on me. How could I be a health coach and feel so lost in my body? That's when I hit rock bottom. And one day I looked in the mirror and I was like, heck no, I am not gonna continue this way. I wasn't obsessed with hitting a certain weight. I just wanted to feel good in my body again. Not perfect, just better. And for the first time, I let go of the guilt and the obsession and the unrealistic expectations. I decided to trust myself. Now, I started small with a little list, and I always have this same little list that I do when I call it my reset, but these list of habits that just help to get me back on track, whether it was these 50 pounds or even sometimes when I need to lose 5 or 10 pounds, but this small list of habits that get me straight. And on that list is drink water, move daily, prioritize my protein, and get plenty of sleep. I know it sounds way too simple. Nothing fancy, just the basics. I stuck that list on my fridge where I could see it every single day. I used what I had. I didn't have the gym, so I went walking. I went bicycling with my kids. I went rollerblading with my kids. I shook my booty around in the house to all types of crazy YouTube workout videos, holding the baby on my side at the same time. I wasn't tracking every calorie because I had the education of what was a good portion size. It wasn't perfect. Some days I would skip out on the workout. Some days I would skip out on the water. But at the end of the week, I just kept showing up for myself every day in some kind of way. Over the months, the weight started coming off. Not because I was obsessing, but because I was consistent. And that's when it hit me. It's not about doing everything. It's about doing what works for you. Showing up for yourself and trusting the process. Keep strolling through my phone and seeing all these detox teas and concoctions and challenges. These things don't work in the long term. In the short term, of course, you're gonna lose weight from drinking some type of tea and only that because you're in extreme calorie deficit, but it's not something that is sustainable. When I am coaching clients, this is about sustainability for life. I'm not here to get you losing 100 pounds in 30 days. It just don't make any sense. I want you to be healthy and vibrant for life. These types of things only set you up for disappointment. And they also, especially when we are over 40, they do damage to our hormones and to our metabolism. I had a client who came in and she was 50 years old and she had gone through all types of other systems. And they were really low calorie systems. Now, our first month together, the scale wasn't moving for her. The reason why is she was still trying to eat low calorie. I bumped her calories up, that weight started dropping. Her hormones and metabolism ended up being completely messed up by this long history of calorie restriction. Your body doesn't need any more stress. What it needs is balance. Sustainable weight loss comes from habit changes that fit your life. And these habit changes don't just help you to lose weight, they help you to feel better inside and out. Let me give you some practical tools on your journey. Here are the tools that helped me most. First of all, food tracking. It can feel quite tedious to have to track your food. When you don't have awareness of calories and macros, it is such an educational journey. And I recommend this to every single one of my clients when they come in is you have to track your food at least for a week or 2 weeks to really get an idea of what your meals sit like from a caloric standpoint and also from a macronutrient standpoint. One of the best things you can also do is get a food scale. So often we don't even realize what true portion sizes are, and that scale can be very illuminating. Next is leaning into those daily habits. Drinking water, prioritizing your protein, and this is gonna be a kicker, but reducing the amount of gluten and sugar. And I'm gonna have to make another video about this, but with gluten and sugar, this is all about reducing the amount of inflammatory foods in your diet. Next is realistic goals, and we're not about to get into this smart goal setting. Let's keep it really simple. Each week, it's all about just picking one goal, one task, one thing that you feel 100% confident in accomplishing. My thing that I usually start with, and it's gonna sound like the silliest thing, is my vitamins. Because when I end up stepping away and getting bad with my health, that's the first thing that goes. I'm forgetting to take my vitamins every day. The first week, I just go, girl, take your vitamins every day. That's my first habit. Then the next week, I will build into let's drink the water. The third week, let's now get the movement in. But every week, it has to be something that you feel 100% confident that you can nail it. Next is self-compassion. Simply be kind to yourself. We beat ourselves up all day long, and I get it, you know? It's either we're beating ourselves up about our weight or how we are with our kids or our partners, but we have to be more gentle and give ourselves the grace to learn, grow, adapt, and evolve and do the things that we need to do. Being over 40 is not a death sentence for your health and fitness goals. Golden moment. This is time to seize your chance. Our hormones are changing, but it doesn't mean that it's over. It just means that we need to have a different approach. This is our time to start prioritizing lifting weights, eating whole foods, real food, and reducing our stress. So this is about empowering ourselves to thrive in the years to come. What's one habit that you think you can take on this week, whether it's drinking more water or adding some veggies or throwing some protein in on your breakfast? What do you think you can do this week for yourself? Whatever it is, leave a comment below. If you're ready to ditch the diets and build a life that you love, please hit that subscribe button, y'all, so we can just build a kick butt community here of 40+ women just living fabulously.